Hey, yo, what's good? It's LCN, and of course, back with another video. And if it's your first time coming across our content, please stay with us and subscribe on the channel LCN TV Radio Mag at LCN_Zwakala nawe. Kalibitso kinna lebohangin babaratang sekhwabari kinna Mr. LBOOHANG, and njengoba uzibonela, I'm not alone. Nangu sisters. Hello mama.
Hello.
She goes by the name of Nonto ngakashabalala isibongo. You are definitely going to find out more ukuthi ungubani and why ngiye ngakhetha ukuthi ngibe naye on the platform today. Sisi. Welcome to LCN.
Thank you so much.
LCN, it's a Lekwa Community Network. Just nje ukuthi ngisale senginikeza my viewers isithombe. Lekwa Community Network, it's a project that aims to bridge a gap between the community decision makers and these other institutions. Esingazi ukuthi enzani, so thina sifuna ukwenza sure ukuthi the community do know ukuthi what exactly are they about. So yeah, and you are here today because you are also doing something. But before we get to that, who are you?
Before we get too far.
Yeah.
So yes, as Putlebo said, Ikamo Notogozo Wagashabalala. I am a multidisciplinary artist. What that means is I work with different mediums and different things in order to create art. I am also the founder of Creative Shall Govern, which is a creative organization, or rather an NPC based here in Standerton. And what we do is basically create spaces for exhibitions, pop-up exhibitions, workshops, and all sorts of different art-related initiatives in order to network, but not only just that, but to identify the talent that we have in Standerton in effort to actually grow and to nurture and to grow the creative, right? Because nami ngakulalana, but at some point I realized I'm not gonna get everything I need from here. And so I also know it's a bit difficult to operate as an artist here. So yeah, the network is it is a network actually. Is to basically just like get people to get to know each other and to care about our craft and what we do.
I can actually say most of us, or most of artists that we have here in Lekwa got to find out about you this year because you were like active like nobody's business. Like, maybe take us through a project here about Pizingayo since the beginning of this year. Like, what was happening, and also how did you, or rather, how was like the support from the community and also artists were engaging with what you brought?
Okay, we've been having. I mean, we were established since 2019, and that was the beginning of the journey where I basically came back from Sweden. So I lived and studied in Sweden. I did my master's there, and so when I came back home,
what exactly? Don't be
in design, masters in programming design. But basically, it's an art-based design program. So we
Name
looked
of
at
the institution?
University of Gothenburg University. I always get it the opposite way, but it's Gothenburg University. Yeah. And so I did like 2 years there. And so in that period of 2 years, I was like, let me go visit home. And when I came back, that's when it dawned on me, like, where are the creatives, right? I'm kind of going full force in this foreign land, doing this thing that kind of, brewed like Standerton. So where are they, and like how do we get a hold of each other? So we did like a small little meetup, 20 people, mixture of like musicians, a DJ was there, graphic designers and stuff. So it was pretty nice. And then since then, we try to do something every year. So we've executed about like 3 exhibitions so far between then and now. And then in the beginning of this year, we worked with 6 artists, including myself, and who are obviously based here at Standerton. And we worked with them in order to produce exhibitions in January and March. And then we also had a bunch of different workshops. And this is all thanks to obviously being funded by the National Art Council, who believed in what we had brought onto the table and essentially, said, hey, we believe in the community as a Standerton to be able to deserve, having art-centered programs for them. So yeah, we were were busy. We did like a hike, sip, and paint.
Hey.
I feel like you need to join that next time.
Most definitely, like you also had on that day, like got busy, but plan you've mentioned NAC, National Arts Council of South Africa.
Yeah.
Was it your first time like going the route of sourcing funds for in order for you to be able to execute on craft?
No, in the context of funding in general, but yes, in the South African context of funding. Because I had applied for one while I was in Sweden, and then I got it. But then here in
a foreign currency.
Listen. Me, I come with the dollars. You know, people never know the other currencies, so it's always dollars or pounds. But yeah, so I applied for the first time with the National Art Council, and we got the money, and we could execute. So it was really amazing to be able to like do that. Of course, it was also scary because it was kind of the first time where I was on my own. So I had started a company before, and so now it was like, okay, how do I structure myself as somebody who wants to be sort of in the art world, but also in the community building world? And of course, then I have a paycheck to do all of the things I want to do. So, yay, let's go. And that's how, we got so busy in the year.
All right. We then met on a leadership program. Activate change drivers in communities. And here we are. Yes. So we have projects that we are busy with. Let's get into that. You and your peers or colleagues or fellow leaders, what are you guys doing? What's your project?
What are we up to?
And how can we as the community of Lekwa make sure we get to be part of that project?
So we are a group of about 5 people, 5 leaders, let's put it like that. And as you mentioned, we were part of a program called Activate. And so the goal was to obviously create a project that essentially is kind of putting the things that we learned in the program into practice. And so what we wanted to do was to kind of bring a bit of a spotlight on the lack of a lack of recreational spaces for young people within our community. I think we always talking about like substance abuse. We're always talking about all these like really big things, but those are like sort of symptoms of like the bigger problem. And so the bigger problem is that as a nation, we haven't invested in the young people in a meaningful way that enables them to have spaces to, you know, like outlet their emotions, outlet their curiosities, think about stuff, and also share with their peers in a non-pressured kind of way. Because esikolweni bakutshela ukuthi funeke ufunde, funeke wenze lokhu, funeke exactly, which is all good and well, but at the same time we need to then also support their interests and to support the future that they want to build. So as Abu auntie of this generation, Nabo says Nonto of this generation, I think that having to, you know, be advocates for such is an important thing. So what we have done is to create a petition, and within this petition we have stipulated that there are certain spaces that we've identified around Standerton, which were and are supposed to be for young people, but they're not very well maintained. One, but two, they don't necessarily offer the greatest of service in order to cater for, you know, Standerton as a whole. And so we've identified these spots as sort of them, as sort of being the ones where we can actually begin to start exercising like our vision of what art centers and creative and recreational centers look like. So these spaces are then, or rather what we're asking is, or not even asking, demanding from the municipality is for them to acknowledge that this is a dire need, first of all, for our communities, and not to just put bandages on things, you know, like, okay, here's a campaign, everybody knows now what substance abuse is wrong. that's good and well, but how are we implementing the solution into our everyday lives for the young people? So that's part of it, is to say, hey, Maspala, here are the places that we've identified. We need you to like maintain these, pay for the rent, whatever it is. You just need to do it, because there is a fund within the IDP that is allocated towards the youth. Things, exactly. So it's not even a negotiation. Like, we have to actually have that. So that's basically what we're doing, and we want support from the community, or rather we're asking for support from the community in order to be able to just get as many signatures as possible, because we know that there are a lot of young people who feel the same and who also would like to see something different in Standerton. So that's what we're doing. So if people could just like sign, we have we have an online one, and we also have physical ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe one would ask, okay, now that you guys are coming with this proposal or other projects to make sure that these sites gets to be renovated, maintained, and all of that, what are you going to do to make sure that once the municipality has done their part in making sure that these sites, or rather these recreational spaces, are proper in terms of maintenance and making sure that they are used as how they're supposed to be used? They not get vandalized and all of that. Because for the fact that akhona manje, that means there were times where these places were built and they were fresh and everything was good.
Yes.
But who vandalized them? Who made who
ran them down?
Exactly.
So I think for me, a very clear and from my own personal view, a very clear approach to making sure that we have spaces that will be well maintained is to hire people who are dedicated to the upkeeping of these spaces. Okay. So not only just lip service, right? It's not people who just say, we want to take care, but more on the sense of like, okay, as we are leaders in our communities, and also some people are unemployed. So it could be a conversation around like, how do we, as the people who are actively wanting to create this, how do we bring the people who are already doing stuff to be part of it, and creating programs and being able to like coordinate different things for them. So I would say that's kind of like the simplest approach in which we can like go about it. But of course, it's a vetting process, and it is a process that also will have to talk about like people being competent in the jobs that they are instilled in. Because, for example, sometimes we go into some of these spaces and somebody's going to tell you that like, hey, why are you going to use the Wi-Fi? Are you going to use the Wi-Fi for this and for that? And it's like, no, you shouldn't be gatekeeping the Wi-Fi, because firstly, the Wi-Fi is not yours. And then secondly, like, this is a space that I'm supposed to come in order to get information and discover like what I want to do. So we're not going to have that conversation. But just basically people who are open to understanding that like young people have different approaches to their interests and like how they can go about it, right? So that's kind of the thought.
All right, now shout out. I will definitely make sure to see hamba sonke kule journey. We follow through to make sure ukuthi I know nangempela siyayifaka le pressure kuye umasipala wethu. Maybe in closing, what would you say to us as creatives, more especially thina esikhulele la eStanderton, esingekho that much exposed in terms of ukuthi what more can one do with ukuba gifted in terms of arts, maybe sports and all of that, like around being someone with a talent and a gift? What words would you share with us?
Okay, please rephrase the question so I understand what you're asking of me.
What I'm asking actually is an advice. Okay. What would you advise like somebody
who is a creative?
Yeah. Maybe in making sure that at some point they maybe get to make a living out of what they are gifted with.
So my number one advice always is like, be able to create your work. Like, have actual work out.
Okay.
It's not enough to say I'm an artist, I'm a creative, but umsebenzi wakho is nowhere to be found, right? Because like myself, I'm always looking to see like what are people doing and things like that. If you're doing something but then I cannot see the work, then there's a very low chance for me to be able to say, okay, I want to work with this person, or even invite them, to our spaces and stuff. So for me, it's always prototype, like always create a prototype of whatever the idea is, so that you can take it out of your mind and put it into the world, because that's the role of artists and creatives, right? Is to bring these visions, ideas into existence so other people can also benefit from them. And not only just us, but like other people, as I say, can benefit from them. So prototype, always execute. Let's not have the fear and the inferiority complex of like, what are people going to say? What's going to happen? Just do it.
Wanting it to be perfect, but you haven't done it.
But you haven't done it. And you're out here, they didn't do it good and whatever, but now you haven't done it. So just prototype.
The petition is already out there for the public, right?
Yes.
We will also make sure that we share it on our platforms.
Amazing.
So Nati si sign. So and mina nawe we can talk and talk. Actually, I thought this was going to be like a conversation, but it just became like a proper interview. So we need to make some other time and just have a proper sit down and just chat, because there's quite a lot we want to conversate around. So Thank you, Nonto. Maybe you can give us your social media platforms where they can go check out. We could see what are you about exactly.
Amazing.
But we want to see.
So my personal is on Instagram is Future of Brown, or you can look for Notogozo Shabalala on Facebook. And then in terms of the organization, Creative shall govern on all platforms: Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and also we have a WhatsApp channel. So in our WhatsApp channel, we're able to share like our everyday sort of programming and what kind of stuff we're doing and stuff. So that's a great place to start if you are based in Standerton and you'd like to know what's going to happen next. Sign up on the channel.
All right.
Yes.
Mina, angisibongele for isikhathi sakho.
Thank you.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, here you have it. Until next time, make sure to phuza ivatu bakrende mntana sekhaya. Love and lights, peace and blessings. Siphinde siyenze lento.
Awesome.